Boone's Trace National is settled in the heart of Richmond, Kentucky in the rolling hills. It's a course designed for the strategic golfer, not so much the long hitter. It definitely favors to have a more strategic game plan when you come into it. Greens are fast, they're undulating, and it definitely plays to have your strengths around the greens in short game. First hole at Boone's Trace National opens up par 5. It's a great opening hole to get you started. The new tee sets up for an elevated look at the hole. It fares to play down the left side, going up to the elevated green, bunkers on the right, and the green kind of slopes front to back. Hole 2 comes back the opposite direction. Fairway slopes left to right, so it fares to play it to the left side and let it work down the hill. If you catch yourself hitting it to the right, you'll end up in the right rough down there. A hazard down the right side that comes into play for the long hitters. Green kind of nestles down into the hillside there. Hole number 3, good hole up the hill, lines the driving range. Fairway bunker comes into play in a blind second shot with a wedge, so it fares to have the little accuracy and touch around the green for this one. Hole number 4, the first par 3, downhill, plays about 187 from the back tees. A small green, so it's definitely target golf there, and surrounding the front with bunkers on the left and right sides of the green. Number 5, like I said in the beginning, kind of fares to the strategic golfer. You might only hit an iron, maybe a 3-wood off the tees. Doesn't need driver, but those who hit it far can maybe try to cut the corner and take it down the right side there. Dog leg, left to right. The green kind of sits back on a hill and works back to front. Hole 6, par 5. One of the biggest fairways out here at Boone's Trace, so it don't have to be quite as accurate for this hole. You do have to deal with a pesky tree right in the middle of the fairway though, so it fares to be on one side or the other, left or right, either way you choose. It's hard to go for it in 2, and the green is a slight tier. Number 7 at Boone's Trace, another one that doesn't require a driver off the tee, although if you can hit one straight right over the hill there, you'll be perfect 60, 80, 90 yards out. Sharp dog leg, and the green sits down in the hill. So if you do hit something short off the tee, you'll have a blind second shot. So it might help you to go with the driver there. 8 at Boone's Trace is another par 3. Good par 3 here, 175. Bunkers surrounding left and right side of the green. You come up short and to the right, you'll be in some thick heather. And finally, to round out the 9, hole number 9 works up the hill, back up to the clubhouse, along the other side of the driving range. Fairway bunker definitely comes into play. It's in that landing zone. Out of bounds left, kind of a tight hole, sneaky tight, and your second shot is blind up the hill to the green. Number 10, like number 1, starting off with a par 5. The new tee is an awesome look with the elevated tee shot. Big pond working down the left side of the whole way there, so it definitely helps to be on the right side. And the fairway also works down to that water there. A couple good shots will get you in good position to attack the screen. 11, it's one of my favorite holes. And for those long hitters, it's definitely drivable. You can take it over everything and hit it right there in front of the green. For those who want to take it more strategic, maybe a 3-wood or an iron off this tee leaves you about 140 to 150 with the iron. Small green, and it's protected by bunkers on the left and right side. Hole 12, one of the longer par 4s out of Boone's Trace. A really good hole. It's a lot more deceptive. You want to keep it toward the right more than the left. You can hit one that you think is right down the middle and it'll end up left rough. And there's a big ravine down the left side, so it definitely helps to keep it in the right. Green sits back on top of the hill with bunkers left and right and OB behind. Hole 13 at Boone's Trace, a shorter par 5, but definitely not an easy one. It's very tight, big hill on the left side, and out of bounds comes in on both left and right sides, very tight. Another one with a pesky tree right in the middle of the fairway when you get up there to kind of keep you from going at it in 2. Not that it's impossible, but definitely difficult, and the elevated green makes it for a difficult par 5. Hole 14 at Boone's Trace, Simple par 3, but deceiving. It doesn't play very long, maybe 130 downhill to a small green, so it definitely helps to be accurate, and you definitely don't want to go right on top of the hill. You have an impossible up and down from there. Hole 15, the new tee box definitely adds a few yards for this one. A very, very tight fairway, works down, out of bounds right on top of the hill there. Tree kind of guards the fairway. Left is number 11, working down, and the green, kind of sits down in the hole there with elevated rises on both sides, so protected a lot of ways in this hole. Hole number 16, another wide fairway. Do have out of bounds going up the right side. Left brings in the high grass and heather all the way up. The green is uphill, shot into the green, kind of blind shot. You can only see the flag, and protected by bunkers on both sides of the green. Hole 17, the signature par 3 at Boone's Trace National. The green itself is not very big, so it definitely takes a well-struck tee shot here. Plays about 177 from the back tees, and the bunker lines the left side, so it definitely takes an accurate tee shot to hit the green here. And finally, to round out the 18, a little bit difficult par 4, works up back to the clubhouse. The fairway slopes right to left, and left has heather and high grass and a little bit of hazard there, so it kind of works against the player there. An elevated second shot into a green about 140 to 130, and bunkers on the left and right, so definitely a difficult hole, but all in all rounds out a solid golf course.